And I'm just gonna get straight to it, fellas. I know y'all gonna feel me when I speak about this topic and the next topic I'm in the next video I'm gonna do. But I want to talk about talking to big booty women, and I know I got a lot of y'all attentions on this, so I know some of y'all probably like, well, why you want to do a video on big booty women? Well, here's my thing with these particular women. It look the ass looks good, even though I'm mostly a breast man myself, but being a black man, I do love ass too. But a lot of the times when you dealing with big booty women, number one, they're like super. A lot of them are like super, uh, like arrogant, man, and extra cocky because they're used to dudes coming up to them all the time because they got a big ass. Now, a lot of them think they should be, queens by the way they dress and stuff. I'm like, you just gotta deal with the fact that you got a big ass and dudes are gonna holler at you, especially Latin dudes and black men, even white dudes. Don't get it twisted. White dudes love ass too. I've mentioned that in the previous video, but it's some white dudes that like ass too. So it ain't just Latin and black dudes and Mexicans and all that. Nah, it's white dudes like that shit too. But when you're dealing with women with big asses, this is the thing. A lot of them, like I said, are cocky, arrogant, and then a lot of the times too, or women when they're out places, they walk real fast, and they don't want to deal with thirsty ass dudes. You know what I mean? So they go to places maybe earlier or later at night. If you guys notice that, because a lot of times they go into places 1 or 2 hours before the place closed because they don't want to come between the times where it's be a whole bunch of dudes hollering at them, and to a lot of them they hate when dudes holler at them, which being a woman, if you look nice and your body is nice, you're gonna get approached a lot of times. But with me experience, because I've dealt with a lot of women who had big asses and fucked quite a few of them, I might say. But a lot of them were. It's always been the same fucking thing. They seem cool at first, but then all of a sudden, the more you know them, the more arrogant they get and cocky, and then a lot of them just had this thing about bragging about how many niggas stepped up to him and how many dudes stepped up to him and stuff. And I'm like, that's, and I'm like, okay, I don't really need to know all that shit, so I don't need to know that. So you don't need to tell me that. I mean, and a lot of times too, ladies, you have to just deal with the fact that there's going to be a lot of dudes that's going to deal with you because you have a body, you have an ass, or you have breasts or whatever. You have a nice body, or just the way you look in general. But if you have a big ass, you're going to get a lot of shit. You're going to get a lot of attention that comes with it. And a lot of y'all low key, y'all like that shit, but y'all just don't want to admit the fact that you do. You love the attention. You say you don't like it, but yeah, at the same time, if you didn't like it, you wouldn't dress the way that you dress. You wouldn't act the way that you act if you didn't like that. You could just wear some pants. I know, I understand there's gonna be dudes that's just regularly thirsty because they ain't never seen no pussy before or a big ass and they go nuts. You know what I'm saying? So especially if you in the hood, you gonna walk around that because niggas in the hood, they love a big ass. They love the big ass girl. I mean, I got a couple of them in my hood. And I don't even really, I look at them, but then I know they got thirsty niggas or thirsty boyfriends or a whole bunch of niggas in their house, which is another thing too. A lot of times when you're dealing with big booty women, they either got a whole bunch of fucking kids or they just arrogant as hell or cocky. Cause you rarely see a female that has a big ass. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. That's real cool and real cool and don't cause no problems or ain't got no issues or something like that. Every female got issues though, but you know what I'm saying? But a lot of them, when you step up to them or when you try to see them, they walk real fast and shit, or they act arrogant, or sometimes big booty women just don't want to be around top notch dudes like the drug dealers and all that, because you rarely see them with a regular dude and shit. Unless he just got cake like that. So, you know what I'm saying? But, ladies, you just have to deal with the fact that you have a big ass. Just deal with the fact you're going to get approached by a lot of guys whenever you out. Even if you with somebody. They'll have this thing where, oh, I hate when dudes come up to me and all that shit. Well, I hate when I get criticized every day for being a black man. But you don't see me talking shit about that. But deal with the fact that you're just, and especially black women, because a lot of black women have big asses. There's white women that do too. Latin women got a gang of it. Turkish women, Swedish women, Dominican, all these types. But with black women, they can take that shit to another level. Like, they'll know that naturally they'll have a big ass and they use that to the advantage. And that's just any race. They'll use it to any advantage. You know, they'll get they strip on, or they'll do certain kind of jobs with a big ass or just in a business establishment period, a lot of women are just flirtatious like that. And they know they got bodies and they use it to their advantage. And they know that. But it's like when you tell them that, they don't want to believe it. They like, well, it ain't because of my looks. A lot of y'all get what y'all get is because of y'all looks. I know it's like hard to really fathom that, but that's just the realization of the whole thing. A lot of y'all that know y'all got nice bodies, that's why y'all get. And then a lot of times too, that's the reason why all these dudes come up to you, because of your looks, the way you look. And I've been saying that to women all the time. I'm like, this dude is with you because you got a big ass. You know what I'm saying? This is the way you look. Just like how women are with dudes because they got money. They can say all that bullshit about, oh, well, I ain't with him because of his money, and money don't mean... Get the fuck out of here. Because you ain't going to deal with no broke dude or no bum. So, fuck out of here. So, with big booty women, there comes a lot of cost. And a lot of them can set you up, too. A lot of big booty women will set you up. You know what I'm saying? I've heard stories about big booty women setting people up, and you know, they'll have dudes already, because like I said before, a lot of them are gonna have dudes or niggas they fucking with, cause you rarely gonna see a big booty chick, especially in a predominantly especially with black women, a predominantly black city, or somewhere like Miami, Atlanta, where I'm from, Detroit. You rarely see that shit. LA, all these places, man. You rarely see a big booty chick that's single. Even the ugly ones is with somebody. They either fucking somebody, or you either with somebody, you fucking somebody, you got a gang of kids, or you got some issues. It's either one of those. And I hate to say it, but that's the truth. So, you know what I'm saying? And plus, with all these thirsty dudes, they're going to give them, you know, you're going to get hound and stalked and all that, especially if you work in exotic places like strippers or porn or just anything sexual, or just stuff, period. If you got a big ass, you work in a department store, guys gonna come up to you. You walk down the street, they gonna come up to you. They gonna follow you. I mean, that's just how it is. It's just change your environment, especially if you're in the hood. You're gonna have that come up to you every day. So if you're gonna go somewhere, go to the suburbs where people will come up to you better. You know